Hi everyone, and welcome to part 27 of my GTA San Andreas Special Vehicle Guide. Now this is another big treat. What you need first is a heat-seeking rocket launcher, and a huge amount of sawn-off shotgun shells as well. I was just going to show you the location of the heat-seeking rocket launcher is actually in the airport, so just drive to the main gate and use the car jumping trick to get over the fence. I'm sure by now you know where the airport is if you're at this stage of the Special Vehicle Guide, at least. This video is going to show you how to obtain the legendary comprehensive proof FCR-900, which is definitely the greatest comprehensive proof bike of all time in San Andreas, no question about it, but it has a lethal difficulty. It's a 4.5 star rating, so it's definitely not for the faint-hearted. But there are a few tips and tricks that I can teach you that will actually make the journey go a lot more smoothly when you just take into account a couple of the difficulties. Now I'm just showing you the rocket launcher location. Just get yourself a helicopter because that's much faster than using the buggy. And also you can always fly it back to the mission location, which is the dome, as you know, is where Jizzy is located. So just keep flying in this direction and eventually you'll see the aircraft tower. And just kind of to the right of the aircraft tower you'll see these gas tanks, or fuel tanks, whatever you want to call them. And the rocket launcher will be situated in between, as such. So now that you have one of these, you can proceed with the mission. And of course you need your shotgun shells. Right guys, hope you're ready for this. Okay, let's get in the helicopter and we're going to fly to the location. The location is basically a viewpoint of the van and the surrounding henchmen. As you know with this mission, you have this box fill that's full of the drugs, and then you have these henchmen on the FCR-900s, and yes, all those vehicles are special at a certain point in the mission, which is this point. If you set off the cutscene, all of the vehicles will be normal again, so we're going to fly to the viewpoint. Well, I like to call it the viewpoint, it's a very important location. And yeah, I have to say, this is the easier vehicle out of the two. The boxfill is very, very difficult indeed, and it's a real headache of a challenge. I mean, it's really difficult to rate these, because some people are going to find certain vehicles harder than other people, but for this game I'm being very strict with a 5-star rating, so if it's not quite 5-star, I'll always put 4.5 star. Right, here we are, this is the viewing point. It's time to get out your heat-seeking rocket launcher, and we're going to proceed with this challenge. When you have your heat-seeking rocket launcher, you need to make sure that you're aiming towards this bike here before you fire. Otherwise you'll activate the cutscene and you'll have failed the process already, and it wouldn't be a very good start. So if you did it right, you should get a situation like this when the bikes are blown up. And what you do is you shotgun one of them all the way back to the safe house garage. And it seems a lot worse than it is. So what I would recommend is you pick the bike of your choice, as some of them have different variations. Some of them have windshields, some of them have, set of exhausts, some of them have different handlebars. So you can be a bit picky which one you want to push back to the garage. But yeah, you can't move them without a shotgun. It's one of those shotgun-only vehicles. And we've encountered quite a few of them already. Like, let me give you an example. The comprehensive proof Bravura, the RC Goblin from Zero. There's quite a few that we bumped into already, but there are quite a few more left, so don't get too tired of them yet. Anyway, I think I'm going to go for the one with the windshield, because it looks really nice. Anyway, we're going to gradually shotgun this bike to the tunnel. This is the route I like to go. You can go any route you want. I think some people even try and go up the highway and then shotgun the bike around the traffic cones near the paint spray, because the tunnel does have a few issues, because the bike does try and slide downhill sometimes, so some people might be quite afraid to use the tunnel, but the tunnel's the fastest way, so if you can get past the tunnel, you're already halfway there, guys, so it's not such a big deal. But it is intimidating, that's why I didn't lie about the difficulty. So after it's through the tunnel, you're pretty much halfway, and then you've just got that road with the tram, and then you've got the dirty safe house. Now the thing I could say with the tunnel is just keep going, because every time you shotgun the bike up the road, you're already closer to the destination than you were before. Even if it does slide down a little, just take it easy and gradually shotgun it, so it goes higher each time you shoot it. The only time you're going to lose height is if you miss. You know, then the bike has more time to slide down. But it only really starts sliding when it gets higher up anyway. Let's see if it starts sliding now. I think it is. I think now it's starting to slide. And as you can see, every time I shoot it, it goes higher and higher. So it's a bit of an uphill battle. And this is where it becomes painful, is when you get a cop on you. This is where it becomes really painful, so you do need to get a little bit lucky sometimes. But you know the trick I always use with the cops: run away from the blown up vehicle, keep it in sight, let the cop come to you, and then run back towards the blown up vehicle again, like that. Best way to lose them. And it looks like my vehicle stopped sliding, which is very lucky. So you see guys, the tunnel's not always a death omen. It's just one of those tricky positions you just have to get through. I guess the bike stopped sliding after a while, so yeah, we'll see how it goes anyway. So now that I've lost the cops, I can carry on this journey. So, a gradual uphill battle from now on. And yeah, the traffic does get a little bit crazy, because they get scared of the gunshots. And also, if you keep nearer the side, especially the inside corner, you have less distance to travel compared with the outside corner. So kind of hug the wall like I am, like this, and you'll be out of the tunnel much faster. Good grief, I finally made it out of that tunnel of doom. Jeez. Right, there you go. As you can see, I'm virtually halfway now, so I'm just going to shotgun the bike across the grass a little bit, just to cut the corner. Sometimes you might bump into a wannabe policeman on the bike, who will still go after you when the wanted level goes. I'm afraid the only thing you can do is just pretend that you do have a wanted level and you just have to get away from him. But in that case, you kind of have to make him disappear, which is really alarming sometimes. But eventually you'll get rid of them, don't worry about it, just don't let them kill you. As you can see how much health I lost, which is ridiculous. And another useful tip is the trams can actually push the bike. So if the bike's on the track and the tram is travelling in the right direction, well, you'll have a hell of a boost in your obtaining time, you could say. But it's best not to leave the bike there anyway, because if the tram goes the opposite direction, well, you'll lose a lot of that progress. Yeah, as you can see guys, I skipped a bit of the recording, because believe me, it just goes on forever and ever. It does take a long time, so I'm just speeding things up a bit. As you can see, I'm getting near the Doherty safe house. This is probably the most dangerous part of the quest, because not only do you have a lot of cops surrounding this garage, but there's also an annoying hill you have to overcome one last time. So this bike really is probably the most difficult special vehicle yet that I've covered in the special vehicle guide. But I will not rate it a 5-star. I don't think it's quite that difficult. But it's pretty close. And it looks like I got it up the hill really well. When it's up the hill, guys, you have only one more challenge left, and that is to restore it in the garage. Now remember, the Doherty garage has this thing where if vehicles touch the door or go too close, they can be erased because the save zone extends slightly out of the garage. I mentioned this with the RC Goblin, so try not to get the bike too close if you can avoid it, but it's difficult not to. Shit, come on! Crap. Okay, there we go, right. If you managed to do that, guys, then congratulations, you've just obtained the best comprehensive proof bike in the game, the comprehensive proof FCR-900. Wow, what a feeling when you actually get it to work. That garage really can be unforgiving. So, if you did it, then major congrats. And this is what it looks like, as you can see. It looks really classy. Just going to drive it around the back and we'll do some property testing. But wow, what a long video this was. Probably the longest video yet of the special vehicle guide. It's amazing. Right, bulletproof test. I'm going to shoot the fuel tank. Nothing happened, as you can see. Fireproofing. And explosion proofing? Well, why not? And obviously I can't show damage proofing because it is a motorbike and motorbikes don't dent, but you can take my word for it, that is another fully comprehensive vehicle on the list. Congratulations everyone, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!